Libras, welcome to your extended monthly reading for the month of August 2023. Hope you all are having a great transformative summer so far. Astrologically speaking, there is a full moon in Aquarius at the beginning of the month, which is connected a lot to optimism. It's a full moon in Aquarius. Then we have that Lionsgate portal that is reaching its peak on the 8th, a new moon in the middle of the month in Leo, and then we also have a full moon in Pisces right at the end of the month. So for you, especially Libras, you're going to be starting a new chapter in your life and something is coming to an end. So a chapter is closing, but obviously when one chapter ends, another one begins. So I hope you're getting excited for this new chapter. Definitely embrace the new and let go of anything from the past. Also, too, it's an important time since you are beginning a new chapter. If there's certain routines or habits that no longer serve you when you step into this new chapter, definitely work on releasing that, because we want to be ready for Libra season. And so you got some time, because along with that shift that's starting now, Libra season's really entering a new sector of your life. And it's going to be really focused this month on your community and your relationships, okay? So you're going to be gaining a lot of power when it comes to your place in your community. And people are really going to be looking to you, Libra. So make sure you always start within for your answers. And yeah, do that inner work so that you can always seek your own counsel when it comes to difficult decisions that may arise. Since I don't really get into astrology updates, like transit updates, I always recommend my favorite astrologers, which I try to link in every episode description. For those, I go to suggest Pam Gregory and Stillwater Alchemy. Those are my two favorites. For Stillwater Alchemy has weekly astrological updates, and Pam Gregory does wonderful transits and full moon and new moon videos, and they connect to each house that is emphasized. And I also like to link Pam Gregory's free birth chart so that you can take a look at that. So yeah, definitely check out that information to get in the right frame of mind for the month of August, because it's going to be a very powerful month for everybody, and we want to be definitely emotionally and mentally ready for all of these wonderful changes that are coming in. And also a reminder too, everybody is really being asked to step into this timeline of answering the inner calling for what it is that we're meant to do in this lifetime. I really do believe that Judgment is the card that really represents this new timeline we're shifting into. And we definitely want to get rid of this energy, because there is going to be a lot of this that will be arising, unfortunately. So definitely stay aligned to what you believe you're meant to do and do the work that connects to that. So yeah, let's see what energy we got for Libras for August 2023. All right, well, this is great to see right off the bat. Like I said, definitely relationships and your community are in the spotlight this month. And with that old chapter closing and this new chapter beginning, like I said, that's going to be pretty much a big theme of August for you Libras. So really make sure that you keep your vibration high, okay? Because the end of a chapter can bring a lot of emotions, positive and negative. So we want to make sure that we are aligned, oh wonderful, with that energy to embrace that. So let's dive in. The overall energy for the month of August for you Libras is the Two of Coins. So we're definitely juggling a lot. This can be two different streams of income in your life, especially because the coin's obviously related to your finances. So you might be having, you know, two jobs. You could have your day job and then your passion project on the side. So I don't see anything negative in regards to doing this balancing. It feels like you really got a good, obviously, hi Libras. You're all about balance. So when you're in the zone, you know how to balance really well. So stay connected to your energy and always make sure to put your passion project too in alignment with whatever your day job is. So if you're struggling with this balance, bring some of that vibration from your passion project into whatever it is you work currently to make money. Because like I said, we're in a transitional period. So if you're not fully happy with your career, your finances, find ways to empower yourself to actually to shift that. Because again, like energy is a neutral thing. It's what you put into it. So your relationship with money and how you think about money and your thoughts and about money really affect that. So we want to definitely keep our vibration high. So the Four of Swords is saying like mentally you're mentally exhausted right now. And again, like I said, like with one chapter ending, another one beginning, like that's where that culmination is, okay? And we're going to be getting to this, which is interesting because we need to, acknowledge and also get excited. So like I said, like when one chapter is ending, another one's beginning, we want to look at all the positive things that are coming from it, okay? And so we definitely have a lot of thoughts running through our head. We need to rest. What's also interesting too is that the Four of Swords is ruled by Jupiter and Libra. So this is really indicating to me, take a look at where Jupiter is in your chart. And if you are feeling this burnout, need to recharge and meditate, take a look at that, because I really feel like there's an answer to that with this card too, okay? Because especially with this passion project, if this passion project isn't in the center of your life like you want it to be, you have natural talents and gifts in Jupiter that could really help you to work on that a little bit more and make sure that that is the center of your focus. Because again, like this is the situation for the whole month. So you're gonna feel like you're doing a juggling act, but you want to ride that, okay? Like, you don't want to feel overwhelmed by this juggling. Embrace it, because embrace that you're good at multitasking. Embrace that you can ride this wave of change, okay? Like imagine yourself on a surfboard and you're riding the wave. You want to be in control. You don't want to feel like you're out of control right now. So definitely be mindful of balance. Like honestly, yoga, make sure you meditate, like find things that can keep you centered, because you have to have it in control, Libras, okay? And you have it within you to be in control. So going back to this Four of Swords, we need to take time to rest, but not just rest like sitting on the couch and watching TV. We need to turn off our phones, turn off the TV, turn off the computer, and sit in silence. And even if that's some meditation music, but we can't let our brain be working in overdrive at this time, okay? Because it's not working in your benefit. So you really need to have some more rest and healing and recharging, okay? So definitely pay attention to your schedule and make sure you're incorporating this time and that you're not just keeping your brain going, because it's not working in your benefit. Especially because you really have this forward momentum. You're ready to take charge. The nights are really fast action. You want to be completely engaged in everything that you're doing. So this is the energy that you want to hold on to through this month and be fully engaged. I love that there's two horses here too. So it really feels like there's two connections coming together. And then obviously with the Two of Coins, this balance of two, and then when I was shuffling, the Two of Cups was there. So this is definitely a partnership that is steering you and driving you into feeling this motivation. So if that is the case, make sure that you pay attention to that and utilize that and have these partnerships that push you forward, okay? But also be self-reliant. That's very important. But this especially because it's ruled by Leo and Virgo. And obviously August is Leo and Virgo season, and this is what you have the right amount of. So stay focused on this energy and be completely engaged in everything you have, but also be patient and reliable. So that's something to make sure that, again, that we take enough time for this so that we can continue to have this. But like I said, this is not putting on, you know, streaming and staying on your phone, like, and scrolling. And trust me, I get it. I get into this. Like, when you're drained and you're burned out, you just want to zone out, but it's actually not working in your benefit this month. You really want to, you really want to be in it fully, okay? And do everything in your ability to do that. So the Ten of Swords, okay, again, we said something's coming to an end, but it's the struggle you really need to release. And with this card too, I want to emphasize again with our thoughts and with how we communicate, we might want to incorporate a new routine, because this really feels more like this cycle that keeps happening. And so we really want to have less of this idea of difficulty, okay, and the struggle. So we don't, if you're struggling with something, if something seems so hard, instead of focusing on that, focus on ways you can empower yourself, because there's always a way that you can empower yourself to get through anything. And especially too, if you have Gemini in your chart, see where Gemini falls and see if there's anything you can do to lessen this burden energy, if you will, because something's coming to an end, obviously, and it's something difficult. But if it's a pattern, we really want to take a look at that and see what there is that we can not make this so painful, okay? So yeah, you really want to empower yourselves this month. And like I said, especially, you know, with this connection to your relationships and community, you want to be, Libras, you tend to put other people's desires or wants or making them happy before you make yourself happy. But you need to fulfill your own needs, okay? And so again, too, this can be a form of self-sabotage, because if we're always focusing on everybody else, well, we have the excuse not to take the reins of our own ship, you know? So you can actually take time to think about that and see how focusing on others is actually an excuse that we need to kind of release, because you have to fill your own cup before you fill other people's cups. And again, it's that idea of making sure you take time to actually meditate, rest, and recharge, because you really, it's that recharging. I think that lack of that in the right way, that can really help lessen this burden, I guess, if you will. And interesting. Okay, so that's great, because what you can change too is with the Knight of Wands. So again, the Knights are fast action, forward moving. And the Knight of Wands is obviously fire. And so fire is your passion. And so what you can change is your passion, okay? And you can change that by actually resting. So by doing this, you're activating this. And it might seem like that's not how it works, but it does, because you need to take this rest to feel this energy, okay? And again, if you don't actually take the time to do that, it's going to result in this constant energy, you know, and feeling burned out and overworked and overburdened. So this is what you can change, all right? So you need to seek out new experiences and connect those experiences to what makes you feel alive. And again, to what you're natural at. So check your Jupiter, see what sign your Jupiter is in, because that's where you're going to find luck in life and your natural talents. And adding a dash of that into your life really can help boost your ego and boost your motivation to have that forward, passionate energy. So yeah, make sure you definitely want to, I feel too, okay, so like thinking about this card too, and it's like, once you're feeling this nice refreshment, that's when you want to add a little spice into your life, if you will. All right, and so the King of Wands too, so this is father energy. Take it as it resonates, whether or not you're a father or a father figure in your life. But this too is a reminder that there's nothing gained by nothing ventured. All right. So again, I feel like this idea of there being excuses, and don't take this too harshly, okay? Because it's just this idea that there's comfort in keeping our plates full. There's comfort in the excuse of not having enough time because we're not giving ourselves enough time. All right. So honestly, like the King of Wands, you have to accept that you're in charge of your day-to-day routine. You're in charge of your motivation. You're in charge of how you utilize that energy. And again, like the 7 too, so obviously this is connected really too to your finances and how, incorporating your passion into your finances. You really have to take ownership and accountability in order to move forward. And what's lovely about this is your outcome for the end of August, or for the month of August, is the 6 of Swords. So we are moving away from something that was difficult. We are on the path to something better. And again, like with the swords, let's see how many swords you got. You got 1, 2, 3 swords, 2 wands, and 2 coins. So this is, again, Libra, is very balanced, okay? You don't have any water, but there's a lot of water in the imagery, okay? So even though you don't have water, this is feeling very balanced. So you have to see the positive of this month, okay? And everybody is really being given that nudge to do the work. A lot of it is actually really inner work, and it's that idea of accountability for ourselves and our actions. And again, there's always going to be an excuse for everything. And it's not saying that there's not times to put things off, if you will, because again, you need to have this time. But how are we actually utilizing this time is so important, okay? And again, it really feels like this whole idea of avoiding some thinking, some sort of thoughts or thinking, is why we tend to overextend ourselves physically and mentally. So you are moving in a way. You have to remember too, you are in control of your own destiny. So again, what you need to accept is the accountability for whether or not you're focusing on what you need to focus on. And like I said, with this chapter ending, this is really good to see. You are moving forward, but you want to be moving forward with that forward new energy. Otherwise, you're just going to wind up like this again, okay? So if we don't change something about our routine, if we don't change something about our surroundings, it's going to stay the same. And so that's something that I'm being told to tell you, Libras, is if we don't change, things stay the same, okay? So we really have to take that inner power and know that we have the ability to change and change our surroundings. And even if it's rearranging your place, okay, like I said, a new routine, something that makes you stay accountable to yourself, because this is happening, but you want it to be with this very high vibration excitement, that you're moving on to the new and the exciting, not just like something happens and then we're back to this, okay? So I'm going to pull a past life card. Okay, so these past life cards, they can be connected to, if you're a parent, your life before children. It can be connected to your childhood, or it can be connected to an actual past life that you experienced before this lifetime. So let's see what past life energy is going to help Libras through the month of August 2023. All right. And especially too, it's going to help them with this idea of feeling empowered to take the reins. I think I said even taking the reins of your own ship. So I just got to go back to that too, because she's just going with the water because she has the faith in where it's going, but she's still at the front of the ship, okay? And obviously, if you can see this guy too here back there, he's helping. It's almost like this comfort that's coming from knowing that somebody's there, but which also interesting too. So there's two people here. There's two people on here. So yeah, this definitely is connected to our relationships, okay? But again, we have to be taking accountability for ourselves. Oh wow, okay, well, the past life energy for you for the month of August to work with is karmic relationships. Now with these past life cards, I like to actually read from the booklet because it's a lot of information in there. Okay, so it says this card indicates that one or more of the people in your current life are from previous lifetimes. You both ended your relationships with karmic imbalances. This means that one or both of you are most likely harboring old feelings that need to be healed and released. When this occurs, you will be set free from recurring destructive toxic relationships. Wow, okay. So remember what I said about this imbalance? Working with this energy is going to help keep this in balance. Because like I said, it felt like you had things right in balance, but with the rest of this, it feels like this is really going to shift that energy by resolving that. So that's very fascinating. Okay, it also says, in some cases, this card will arise when there's a reunion with a beloved soul from a previous life. Perhaps you've finally reconnected with a romantic partner from the past, or a new friendship is beginning. With healthy past life connections, you'll immediately feel a sense of comfort and familiarity. So you receive this card as an answer to a question or concern that involves karmic relationships. Fortunately, you can appeal to heaven for help in releasing any old stuck energies or emotions. You may also be guided to work with somebody in past life regression and relationship healing. Okay, so especially too, if there's something where you're going to be, reunited with somebody in your life, or you have recently been reunited with somebody with your life, it's a karmic relationship. So we have to look at healing this, okay? So I know I just had Virgos, and Virgos was really an emphasis on forgiveness and healing a past, but also too with this, it's like if you find comfort in these relationships, this old soul relationship, take comfort in that and utilize that. Like, these people have been with you for lifetimes. They're here for you, okay? So if you for some reason are feeling like this energy is coming up, like, there's people there for you, Libras, to talk, to just sit and listen. So really, again, going back to the emphasis being on community and relationships, you have a lot of people there for you, and they're always there for you. And you might not utilize that enough, okay? Because you feel this like guilt, or you don't want to bother them because, again, you're always so focused on fulfilling other people's wants, and you don't want to burden people. But again, this burden you need less of, okay? And the way you can lessen this burden is by opening up to these people who you have this like infinite relationship with, okay? So keep that in mind and call out to those people if you are feeling that energy bubbling up, all right? So let's see what empowering question can help Libras to work with that energy and open up and allow those people in to close out anything that needs to be closed out and really work on that balance. Because again, you want that balance. You want that balance adjusted before Libra season, okay? Because there's a lot of powerful energy coming in. So the question you're meant to ponder for the month of August is, how and how often do I give myself permission to enjoy life? How do I feel then? So I just got the message in my head of enjoy the silence. It's a wonderful Depeche Mode song, but you really want to take time to enjoy the silence, okay? And again, connect to yourself. You have to balance your relationships with other people with your relationship with yourself, okay? So keep that in mind, balancing your relationship with yourself with your relationship with others. That needs to be balanced. And again, look at this water. So like we need to have the balance of everything. So yes, ask yourself that. How often do you give permission to enjoy life? Not enjoying the company of others, but enjoying the company of yourself and what you want to do. All right, so just keep that in mind too. And next we are gonna pull a crystal. It's going to help you navigate closing out this chapter and beginning, there we go, and beginning a new chapter, which is also, okay, very exciting. So just remember how exciting it's gonna be. Oh, wow, okay, so your crystal for the month of August is labradorite, and labradorite is free will, okay? So going back to this accountability card, to lessen this energy, we have to remember that we have free will with the choices we make in everything, okay, Libras? Now, we want to make sure that when we're in those moments of what feels like this difficulty creeping back up in, meditate on that. And labradorite is beautiful too. So if you can find some, again, like keep it in your car, keep it in your purse, in your wallet, in your pocket, next to your bed, where you work. Especially keep it, like if there's an area in your house or your office, like where this idea of self-sabotage comes in, keep it somewhere where or wear it as a necklace or a ring. I mean, something that's going to remind you that you always have free will. You are in charge of the choices you make, and therefore in charge of the, you can't be in control of the situation, but you can be in control of how you deal with the situation. So really strong focus on accountability this month, Libra. So, and again, rely on this wonderful network of people from your past they've been with you for lifetimes, and they're going to be with you through each lifetime. And you're gonna, there's gonna be another lifetime where they might call on you, you call on them. But yeah, there are people in your life that have been there with you many moons. And again, never feel, if you have an impulse to call them. They're there for you, okay? All right, so one clarifying card before we close this out for dear Libras. All right, let's see here. And I know it might feel like I'm calling you out, but I'm not calling you out because it's something that we all deal with. My tiny little hands can't deal with these cards sometimes too. But yes, especially Libras, you and water signs, you guys tend to put yourselves second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay. Wow. All right. So yeah, we really want to clear that energy, okay? Because what this tower is indicating to me is if you don't clear that energy, something's going to come in to clear it for you. Or if we don't utilize this and take the accountability, there's going to be a tower moment that comes in. And so something's going to be cleared away. You want to be on the lightning bolt of change. You don't want to be stuck in the tower. Okay, so do the work that's necessary so that we can be on the high vibration to welcome in, because you got a lot of abundance coming in, all right? And you got a lot of emotional fulfillment. But again, this is very powerfully telling me, Libras, to take care of that work by taking care of yourself, okay? So please take this to heart. I think it's very important for you this month. So I hope you enjoyed this extended monthly reading. If you did, please like, share, and comment. Share with other Libras in your life. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the month. And I hope you have an amazing, transformative month, Libras.